God, Vanderpump is in like, it's like after the storm, we're just looking at this extreme devastation and you're just kind of like, this is a mess. Do we just move somewhere else and start over? I mean, how do you even begin? It's like trying to find where your skin starts. Like, how do we begin to clean this up? Everyone lives all over the place now. And it's not this like congealed group of young kids that we were watching. It's kind of having, I think, like a season of growing pains a little bit with the aftermath of Sandoval. Listen, I love watching these shows, so I hope it comes together. But it's like, I just don't know if Tom Sandoval is, I feel like the cake is baked on that motherfucker. And by the way, we've all done fucked up stuff. We've all made a mistake. Nobody's saying that what you did is unforgivable. The way that your actions are post-affair kind of seem more unforgivable than almost the crime itself. Just say sorry, full stop, and I guarantee you 50 to 75 of your problems would resolve themselves.
I don't know what the fuck Tom Sandoval does in his free time, but he reminds me of talking to someone who's been on a steady stream of pain meds for like a long time. Their eyes are just kind of like black holes where you're just staring through them. I've never seen a sociopath more clearly than I see Tom Sandoval. Stop talking and go away.
But he can't help himself. He has this vacancy behind his eyes. It's like, it's actually a little scary if you really kind of dissect it. And in every single interview, he can't just say, I did it and I'm so sorry and I wish her well. He's like, she's doing great and I think that's wonderful for her. But why does everyone still hate me? And it's just like, God, you can't fucking help yourself. You truly cannot help but just walk right in to the middle of moving traffic and you get hit by a car and you say, why'd you hit me? I don't know, because you walked in front of my car that was moving and that's maybe how this all kind of happened. He's just, I don't know. I think he's a bit incorrigible. I think he is who he is. That's why I say I think the cake is baked with him. And I get it. They want him on the show, but every part of what he's doing just seems incredibly transparent and desperate. And you know how, like they say, when you meet someone, you meet their representative at first, and then eventually you meet who they really are? I just feel as though he vacillates between his representative and who he really is. And he can never just stay in one lane. And so we can get fooled by, oh, look, he's having this really lovely moment with Lala or with Tom Schwartz. Because then in the next scene, he turns right back around saying, oh, you like my new sunglass brand? How cool are these? This is what I'm trying to, sell to the public now. And you just can't help yourself. Don't have a sunglass line right now, bro. It's not the right time for you to be slinging shades. Just go on an apology tour. Stop touring with Tom and the most extras. Like, stop everything. You're too much. It should be Tom and the too much. Okay? You're too much at every turn. And it's so gross to watch. It really is. Everybody loves a redemption story. Okay? He has the platform to better himself and get back into people's good graces, right? The audiences, his group of friends. But this is why it drives me banana cakes, because no matter what he opens his mouth to say, he's constantly sticking his foot in his mouth. That's why he's dangerous, because you cannot help yourself, Tom. We want you to change. I don't want sociopaths walking around in the same city I live in, or any city for that matter. I want everyone to be their best selves. I want you to win in whatever capacity that means for you. It means get healthy, find someone that you really love, have a successful business, or whatever the hell it is. However you define a genuine fine life, I want that for everyone. But when you keep sticking your foot in your mouth, when you keep acting like an entitled jerk, okay. God helps those who help themselves. You're your own worst enemy. Do you know what I mean? There's no, he might be beyond repair. It's like a car that you're just totaled, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Start from scratch, get off TV, go to intensive therapy. I don't need to see your breath work on TV. I need to see you get off the show and get real help if that's what you really want. This also could be a total act and, he's laughing all the way to the bank. I mean, he owns a great house in Valley Village. Good for you. So maybe he is doing everything right. What the fuck do I know?
Who do you most enjoy watching now? And like, who are you tuning in for?
Honestly, no one now. I don't think any of these people are bad people or anything like that. No one's grabbing me. When I watch any of these shows, there's always one or two characters that I'm rooting for, that I love, that I want to know more about, that I want them to find love, because I want everyone to find love. But for some reason, everyone this season just seems very chaotic. There's no connective tissue. It's like, I get that Ariana's really upset and angry with him. I think she has every reason to be angry with him. I also hope that at some point she can heal that, just because it's that old saying, you being angry at someone else is you drinking poison and expecting them to die. Like, I hope she heals that just for her own sanity and well-being. But I think all of it's nuts. I think Tom Schwartz is hooking up with this chick, Jo, walking around being like, I'm not. And I'm using all these multisyllabic words, which means you have to believe me. And we had sex yesterday, but we're not having sex today, which means we aren't having sex currently. And it's like, okay, that's a word salad, Tom, that I can't even begin to get into. This poor girl has seemingly no self-love because she's allowing this to go on. By the way, we've all done this. That's why I can spot it. And it just makes me feel sad for her. Sheena, I just think I want the best for her, but I feel like she's still in the middle of trying to make everyone happy. And it's like, girl, it's never going to happen. Just go live with Brock and Summer Moon and be happy. And Lala's got a plate full of crap with her ex, and I just feel like she's trying to show up but doesn't have the time to do it. Well, is Lisa even around anymore? She bops in to say, don't commit suicide, Tom, and I'm eating a sandwich from There's Something About Her. Like, what is happening on this show? It's chaos.
Vanderpump has never done a spinoff. And so I don't understand that. Like, they finally decide to do one. When they were thinking about the cast, who in the room raised their hand and said, I really love watching Jax. What a great character.
I watch everything, and even I couldn't get into the Valley. Like, that was a bridge too far for even me. Okay. And I watch all the Love Islands, all the Below Decks, all the Bachelors. I could not do this.
Give them like a docuseries about how to fail up.
Yeah.
Like how to be the most uninteresting, disingenuous, idiotic moron.
Yeah.
And keep on finding pockets of money.
You can love to hate someone, but when you hate to hate them, then it's not fun anymore. And I just can't get down with Jax because he's just a little schivone, as they say where I come from.
I have a theory that they're positioning Brock and Sheena.
Have a spinoff?
No, Sheena said this thing the other day. I've never been the number one girl. I've been on the show for 3,000 years, and never one season was it where they were like, we're really going to hone in on you and follow your life. I don't know if that's a setup for anything, but I just have this hunch people might be starting to saunter off to other things after this season. And I think she could be someone that could stay at the bar as like a mother figure.
This season?
If they bring new, younger people to the bar. I don't know. Just seems like Lisa could be into that.
They either do a full recast or they gather this current crew together and be like, listen, we need to get our act together, because Sheena's not the number one person, because it's not who she is.
But with Brock, it just feels like something's there.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't see it, because Sheena's too much of a people pleaser, at least how they've positioned her on the show, for me to think you could ever be the lead. Because to be the lead, you have to be a bit of a lightning rod. You have to be more of like a Lala to sit there and say, this is how I feel. This is what I'm going about in my life. No apologies. I'll take the heat. I'll take the love. Sheena, I think, really wants people to like her, which I get. Hi, my name is Courtney. I'm a recovering people pleaser. I see you, Sheena. I get it. But I think that there's not enough like chutzpah there for her to carry a show, because she's too nervous. Like even in this last episode I'm watching, Brock had said something about Katie going home with some guy that Tom is friends with, which it's like, oh my God, who even cares at this point? Tom has mowed down every girl except for Lala in this group. Katie, 2 years post-divorce, and he's completely disregarded the one rule she had, which is please don't hook up with anyone in our friend group. Yeah, she can have sex with your best friend now. Who gives a shit? These rules, you literally torch them in front of her with your marriage license. She's fine as far as I'm concerned, okay? They are all living in that world of chaos. And when Brock brings that up, Sheena just sits back and she's like, I don't want to say anything. It's not my business. No, if you want to be the lead girl, you got to step up and say, listen, I think what happened was completely fair for Katie to do. Like, you have to take a position. You can't just sit there and say, I don't want to get involved with it because I don't want anyone to get mad at me. You're on this show. People are going to get mad at you. That's the show. If not, like, be on Sesame Street. Also a great show. Different wardrobe, though.